Hello students. So today we are going to start with a new chapter for class 12th from Flamingo, that is the rat trap. Rat trap chapter with a background, we can say, from Sweden, written by Swedish writer Selma Lagerlöf. She was a author, she was a teacher, and her first novel came at the age of 33. Means it's not that from the very beginning she had become a writer. No, she was, first of all, she was a teacher, and afterwards only maybe she took to writing. That's why her first novel came at the age of 33. But the greatest thing about this writer is that she was the first woman to take, or we can say to be awarded with Nobel Prize in literature. That was in 1909. So here we can say this story, or we can say most of the work of Selma Lagerlöf, she has tried to portray the society itself and how a little bit love and understanding can help in, we can say, arousing love for the world, or in other way we can say how little bit understanding for the other person can give him a chance to do better for the world, or in simple way we can say that maybe sometime it's circumstances only which make the person bad. It's not that he is born as a bad person. This is the underlying meaning of Selma's work, we can say. And this present story is also highlighting the same thing. Okay, so what it is highlighting, that essential goodness in a human being can be awakened through understanding and love. And the same thing we will see in the story only, where this rat trap seller, he feels that he is not understood by people. He feels that he is not given respect by other people. He feels that people are ready to trap people like him, poor people. Okay, he always feels that maybe the rich people are always ready to trap the marginalized people, and that's why he is having a philosophy that the whole world is a big rat trap trying to trap others. Okay, so let's see now this story of the rat trap. And one more thing we can say, you may get this question also somewhere, that this story is actually written in a narrative style. Okay, this is kind of fairy tale story. The beginning of the story you will see as if we are going to tell you a fairy tale, because the story starts with once upon a time. Once upon a time means this is kind of fairy tale. Once upon a time there was a king. Okay, this way. So this style is called narrative style. Okay, once upon a time there was a man who went around selling small rat traps of wire. He made them himself at odd moments from the material he got by begging in the stores or at the big farms. Actually, this story is about that rat trap seller who was selling rat traps, but maybe he was not getting enough profit from this business. Okay, he was not having money. He was not having money even to invest in this business. So that's why, from where he was getting these rat traps? By begging the wires from the big stores or from the big farms. He will be, first of all, begging the wires, and with these wires only he himself would be making the rat traps, and then he would be selling it. And that's why it is written, he made at odd moments. Means at odd moments he would be making the rat traps. Why? Because nearly throughout the day he would be trying to sell his rat traps. So it means at night only he would be getting some time to make new rat traps for next day. Okay, This way, maybe one or two rat trap he would be making during the night hours, and then in the morning he would start, okay, wandering here and there, so that he's able to sell his rat traps. But even so, the business was not specially profitable, though he was doing, we can say, double shift job, okay, because during the daytime he would be a salesman, and then in the night time he would be a laborer, okay, making the rat trap himself. But even then it was not profitable, so he had to resort to both begging and petty thievery to keep body and soul together. Okay, so that's why for 2 meals, keep body and soul together means to have at least 2 meals. So at least to have 2 meals, he was now doing one more thing, that is thievery also. Means sometime he would be stealing the things also, maybe stealing wire or maybe stealing something else. He did not mind stealing also when he would found that yes, he would find that yes, there is nothing now. Maybe during the whole day he was trying to sell the rat trap, and rat trap is not sold, and there is no profit in the evening, okay, at the end of the day. So maybe he would not mind at that time going for stealing something. Even so, his clothes were in rags, his cheeks were sunken, and hunger gleamed in his eyes. But even after doing so, means working during the night, trying to be salesman during the day, and even going for stealing, but even then, it's not that he had become very rich person, or he was wearing very good clothes, or he was having lavish, we can say, food items. No, nothing. His life was not like that. Even after doing so much, his clothes were tattered clothes. He was in rags. His cheeks were sunken. Means there was malnutrition. Okay, so we can say cheeks are sunken means that he doesn't get enough to eat, and hunger gleamed in his eyes. So there was, you can, anybody could judge by looking at the face of the rat trap seller that he is really very hungry person. So this kind of miserable life he was leading even after trying to do so much. So after reading this para, we maybe get a kind of compassion somewhere in our heart, somewhere in some corner of our heart, that yes, this person is not that bad. Okay, though naturally we have already read that he would not mind stealing, but even then, I think because he is doing so much that we are ready to forget about this aspect that sometime he would be going for stealing. No one can imagine how sad and monotonous life can appear to such a vagabond. Now, vagabond means that person who roams from one place to another, who is not having any permanent place to live. Okay, so naturally one can imagine that his life was so monotonous life he was leading. Means there is no variety in his life. There is nothing to enjoy in his life. And this vagabond who plods along the road, plodding is walking, we can say, who plods along the road, left to his own meditations. So here meditations means his own thinking. Okay, now he would be all the day long, he would be walking along the road trying to sell his rat trap, and naturally he is not having any partner also in this business with whom he can share his feelings. So that's why he would be always lost in his own thoughts only. Okay, meditation here means we can say his deep thoughts. But one day this man had fallen into a line of thought which really seemed to him entertaining. And that's why, because he was always all alone, no friend, and he was always thinking one or the other thing. That's why suddenly one day he started having a very deep philosophy. Okay, he suddenly started thinking something which actually was very entertaining to him. Okay, now it was there at least to entertain him with this thinking. He had naturally been thinking of his rat traps when suddenly he was struck by the idea that the whole world around him, the whole world with its lands and seas, its cities and villages, okay, was nothing but a big rat trap. So suddenly this philosophical idea came, this philosophy of life now he was having. Okay, suddenly he started thinking that it's not only that I am selling the rat trap. Okay, no, actually this whole world is a big rat trap. And here people are always ready to trap others. Okay, by giving the temptation of, we can say, temptation of anything, or we can say anything and everything in this world can become a temptation. Okay, like lands and seas, big cities, or we can say the small villages, means everything can be a temptation for anybody in this world. It had never existed for any other purpose than to set baits for people. It offered. Now, what he feels, now this is, we can say, a bitter reality of life, according to him. He always feels that this, here in this world, people are actually living here not to enjoy their own life. Maybe they are living here just to make other people's life miserable, just to trap others. And with what they trap, it offered riches and joys, shelter and food, heat and clothing. Actually, he feels that naturally with all these things, with the riches means with money, sometimes with joys, means people get attracted to all these things. Mainly poor people will be attracted towards riches, towards money. Okay, sad person would be attracted towards joys. Then a person like him, vagabond, he would be naturally attracted towards some kind of shelter or some kind of food, okay, or even some kind of heat. Naturally, he is always during the winters also he is not having any home. So during winter, if he gets this kind of shelter where some person is allowing him to come and sleep inside the house, okay, where he would be getting some kind of warmth also, naturally he will be ready to go over there without giving it a second thought that whether this is good or not for him. And even clothing, naturally, when he is always in tattered clothes, so whosoever is going to offer him good clothes, he will be ready to do anything for him. So this way he feels that people are ready to offer these kind of baits. Okay, like naturally in the rat trap, you have to give a bait for the rat. You have to put a bait, maybe a piece of food, bread, you put in the rat trap so that the rat comes. And then when he comes and touches this bait, okay, this gate will be closed upon him. Okay, he will be trapped. So this is what he suddenly started thinking, that the whole world is actually like that. If you are not conscious enough and you go and you are attracted towards this bait and you go and touch it, maybe even with that touching only, you will be in the trap. Okay, so this kind of philosophy now he was having. So, or we can say this is bitter reality of life according to him. And as soon as anyone let himself be tempted to touch the bait, it closed in on him, and then everything came to an end. The world had, of course, never been very kind to him. Now, why he had started suddenly thinking like this? Because according to him, world was never kind to him. So it gave him unwanted joy to think ill of it. Unwanted means very unusual joy he was now getting. Means with simply with this thought only, now he started getting a kind of joy when he was thinking that yes, the whole world is a trap and the whole world is ready to trap others. Okay, means many people are trapped like this. So with this thinking only, he would be feeling happy that it's not only me. There are many people who are trapped actually. Okay, it became a cherished pastime of his during many dreary ploddings. Dreary ploddings means when whole day he is trying to sell and not even a single ratter he is able to sell. That way dreary, very dull walking throughout the day. He is walking, but no one is there to. There is no customer, no one is there to purchase his rat trap. So naturally it means that day no profit. So especially during these days, okay, when there is no profit, he would be thinking about the people who are trapped, and he will be feeling a kind of relief that he is not the only one in this world who is suffering. There are others also. To think of people who knew, who had let themselves be caught in the dangerous snare, and of others who were still circling around the way. Now, what he would be thinking now, especially when he would be getting joy, when he would be thinking especially about those people whom he knew, and he knew this much also that yes, once they were trapped. Okay, so he would be thinking about those trapped people, or he would be thinking about those whom for whom he would be sure yes, one day they are also going to be trapped. Okay, so he would be thinking now about them, and he would be feeling a kind of relief, a kind of unusual joy. Okay, so this became his favorite pastime. One day, one dark evening, as he was trudging along the road, he caught sight of a little grey cottage by the roadside, and he knocked on the door to ask shelter for the night. So here one day he was, every day he was doing this thing only, walking from one place to another place. So one day, when by the time it was going to be dark, it was evening time, and naturally evening time he would always stop somewhere and spend the night. There suddenly he saw one cottage and he thought of taking shelter in that cottage. Okay, so he knocked on the door to ask shelter for the night. Nor was he refused. And here, when he knocked at the door, this person opened the door. Okay, he was not refused shelter. He asked for the shelter. Maybe the person was ready to give him shelter. Instead of the sour faces which ordinarily met him. Now, instead of sour faces which ordinarily met him means normally what would happen, he would knock at the door to ask for the shelter and people will shout at him. Okay, people will not be pleased to see some stranger knocking at the door and asking for shelter. So here for the first time only it happened that it was not very sour face, it was sweet face. With sweet smile, this person allowed him to come in and stay for the night. Okay, instead of sour faces which ordinarily met him, the owner, who was an old man without wife or child, was happy to get someone to talk to his loneliness. So why this person was happily ready to give him shelter? Because he himself was a lonely person, no wife, no child. Immediately, he put the porridge pot on the fire and gave him supper. Supper means dinner. So not only shelter, he offered him dinner also. He then he carved off such a big slice from his tobacco roll. Not only food, he even shared his tobacco roll also. One slice means one portion he gave from his tobacco roll also to that person. Normally, actually, tobacco or smoking, people enjoy with group of friends. Here, this person was a stranger, but even then, this man, we can say, gave or shared his tobacco roll also, that it was enough both for the stranger's pipe and his own. Finally, he got out an old pack of cards and played Majoles with his guest until bedtime. So then, after the dinner, after the smoking, then he played this, host played Majoles also. Majoles is a kind of card game. So he played this card game also with this stranger. The old man was just as generous with his confidences as with his porridge and tobacco. Naturally, he was very gentle person, very kind person who offered him dinner also, tobacco also. And this person was not kind for these things also. He actually shared many confidential things also with him, which are normally very confidential for other people. In what way? The guest was informed at once that in his days of prosperity, his host had been a crofter at Ramshaw Iron Works. So this is the name of the mill, Ramshaw Mill, Iron Mill. Okay. Now he was a crofter. This is what he told. Actually, crofter is, we can say, who is crofter? Crofter is a person in Sweden in these mining areas. Okay, crofter is a person who works, we can say, on rented farm. Okay, who is not the owner but who works on the rented farm. He was like that when he was a young man. So, and he told that it was the farm which belonged to Ramshaw Iron Mill, and there I used to work. Okay, and had worked on the land. Now that he was no longer able to do day labor, it was his cow which supported him. And then he told that now, because this is old age, I cannot now work on land, I cannot, work on that rented farm, and that's why now I have purchased my own cow, and this cow is supporting me. Why? Because I'm selling the cow's milk and this is supporting me. Actually, no one normally talks about his money or source of income to a stranger, but this man shared this all. Yes, that bossy was extraordinary. Maybe this person was having this crofter was having this habit only, just to show off. Bossy means just to show off. Though it was very extraordinary thing. Normally people do not show off even in front of strangers. But this man, this crofter, maybe he was like that only. And that's why he talked about how he is getting his money these days and how he is getting profits. Okay. She could give milk for the creamery every day, and last month he had received all of 30 roner in payment. Now roner is, we can say, currency. Okay. So he told even this much, that I sell my milk at the creamery. Now, but milk for the creamery. Now, creamery is, we can say, a kind of milk factory where cheese and butter and everything is made. So he said, I sell my milk over there. And then he said, last month only I got a profit of 30 rona. So I think in this video, this much is there. Okay, next video we will start from this page only, page number 33. Now you give a good reading, then only you will be able to understand next videos. Thank you.